I've been involved in the high school Fed Challenge pretty much since I started here in the mid-90s, which was about when the Fed Challenge started. As a judge, between the presentation and the question and answer, obviously we evaluate teams on both, but I tend to put more emphasis on the question and answer. It's really in the question and answer where you can see the kids' minds working, and you can really tell that, they've developed a pretty good understanding. Some of the things that I look for that I think is important and is often overlooked is to think of things both in terms of the level that they're at, say the unemployment rate, and the rate at which things are changing, and not to kind of mix those two up. That's, I think, one thing. Another thing is to sort of focus on what's important, to filter out meaningless things. So what I would say to the Fed Challenge teams, prospective champions or whatever, is really keep numbers to a minimum. The only time you should even mention a number is if you can really put it in context and it has some sort of a meaning that you can really explain. Like, why is an inflation rate of 1.5? Why is it relevant to say it's 1.5? Is it high? Is it low? What was it historically? Things like that. Everything revolves around the economy as a whole. And if you're going to talk about housing starts or retail sales or employment or the stock market or foreign exchange markets or oil, you always want to tie that into the economy and how the economy is doing relative to, say, its potential. So economic growth and inflation are kind of the basic indicators that everything feeds into. So if you had to do it in 90 seconds, what would you talk about? Well, you would just talk about economic growth and potential, and that's all you'd have time to talk about. And really that's the core, that should be the core of the presentation.